As welcome back here at 11 o'clock. I want to show you this video of what it looks like when a tornado was on the ground tonight. This is in Auglaize County.
And the Auglaize County EMA posted this video. It's right over State Route 364 near State Route 36. You can see a car driving right by what looks like a massive twister. A lot of debris there.
Yeah, power, you can see this is where the tornado was. There are power poles that are snapped, lines down, but again, right there in the middle, it's picked up so much debris. It's out there in the country. Farmers, a lot of them have not planted the fields yet, Gabrielle. So again, picking up all of that debris. Hard to tell at this point if it hit any other buildings out there, but again, those are the power lines and the lines down in front of us. Folks, News Center 7 has been on the air here for hours tracking this severe weather, and we have had our reporters across our viewing area in some of the hardest hit areas.
And all day long, Eyewitness 7 reporters, they've been keeping us updated, and we thank you for that, as long as you're doing it safely, and they're updating us on what's happening where they live. Take a look at this picture from the south end of Greenville. You can see there is a tree on the ground here. We've seen lots of this all over the place, James.
Yeah, our live Storm Center 17 coverage continues. I'm going to get back to Kayla McDermott. She's spent hours in Dark County. You were watching and listening and hearing, people cut up trees that were on houses trying to free people. A woman on a walker that in a house you showed us at the top of this newscast.
Yeah, James, and you can still hear those chainsaws going. They're still clearing it up down there. And that car that you see, those flashing lights, that's street maintenance. They just showed up to, again, clear a path. Because before, these roads were unpassable. We have been walking around Greenville for the past hour and a half because we weren't able to drive our own car. And we've been doing it in the dark. If it wasn't for this light on us right now, it would be pitch black. And that's because power lines are down everywhere. I mean, take a look at this. It's just cracked in half, and the power line is down on the ground. So everywhere we walk, we have to be careful not to step on one of these. That's what's been the top concern here, is making sure that we don't step on any power lines, any puddles that these might be laying on. But everywhere we've been walking, there's down trees. I can show you a video now of just about every single turn. There's branches, they're covering the roads. And we had to walk over to the high school stadium because there was damage there. And we had to walk about 15 minutes in the dark. People all had flashlights out. They had glow sticks because nobody could see. And while we were there, we were speaking with a man who came out to check the damage out himself. And he described to me what it was like when he was at home and heard this storm pass through.
When the lightning and thunder started really pounding us and things like this, I was peeking out both sides of my house, and I didn't see the big dark storm clouds until I was hearing this roar. And I thought most of it was coming from the north.
And that's what everyone I've talked to here has said. They all heard this roaring sound. They heard debris crashing into their homes, and they said that they were scared. And he couldn't believe the damage. He's been living here his entire life. He said he's nearly 70, and he's never seen a storm like this pass through Greenville. James, Gabrielle.
All right. Thanks a lot. Kayla McDermott reporting live for us. Now our Storm Center 17 coverage continues with Taylor Robertson. She is also in Dark County.
And Taylor, we know Greenville City Schools closed tomorrow because of the widespread damage, not only there on some of the school property, but across much of Greenville tonight.
Tons of damage I'm seeing out here, James. Let me show you the football field. So as you can see, I mean, the first thing you notice is the tons of tennis balls just spread out everywhere. But that's on top of the bleachers that have been crushed. I mean, parts of the stands that are laying down. You see trash cans, like big bins. If we can show them over here, there are several white heavy bins that have actually been tipped over. And now I want to show you, though, some of the tennis courts that we've been seeing. We're going to have to kind of walk around, watch that pole, Nick. So you can see, looking over here at the tennis courts, trees, branches, debris is just laying out everywhere out here. On top of, you can see that a decent amount of rain and water has collected alongside of the court. And then I'm going to show you down here. This is actually the press box at the football stadium that was crushed. On top of this entire parking lot just filled with trees. I'll stay out here to see if I can find any more damage for now. James, Gabby.
All right, Taylor Robertson, thanks for joining us.
Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Chaney back with us. Austin, you warned us about this yesterday, that this was coming. And this afternoon, you were even more and more concerned. And then early this evening, it just all hit.
Yeah, this was one that was actually well forecast. When Nick and I were discussing the forecast last week, I think on Friday was the first day we mentioned that Tuesday could be a day to watch. So luckily we had lead time in the forecast. We had decent lead time in most of our tornado warnings tonight.
Well, I've had multiple people message me and thank both you and Nick
Yes.
for keeping them safe tonight.
Yeah, and Nick's job in this, driving the radar, is not an easy task. It is not.
No,
So, he
we're
makes it
asking
very easy
questions,
to be
we're
up there.
writing him notes, and
Yes.
he's listening to you.
Yeah.
So he's the king of multitasking.
Yeah, so it was a great team effort tonight. Thank you to everybody out there for trusting us. As we look ahead to tomorrow, there could be some more storms that we have to watch, but hopefully not as bad as what we dealt with tonight. We'll first take you live outside right now, looking north from downtown Dayton. This is a much quieter view than what we saw in our skies across the valley earlier this evening, as all that lightning is starting to taper off. But as we go back over to live Doppler 7 radar, great news. All the severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings are done for the day. What we're left with, though, we have flash flood warnings out in effect for Preble County and down into Butler County. Warren County is included within that as well, and Clinton County. And these go until real early tomorrow morning. So just keep that in mind, that if you come across a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown. And Nick, real quick, let's back it up and just show the radar in motion. We dealt with these storms from a little after 8 o'clock tonight, or a little before 8 o'clock tonight, with tornado warnings up there in Mercer County. And then just so many of us had to deal with these scary storms that produced a number of tornadoes right up until after 10 p.m. tonight. So it was a rough go of it, but luckily we can rest easy with the worst of it now gone. And as we look ahead to tomorrow and we try to get going with our day, if you're driving tomorrow morning, I think we'll have the sunshine back and really dry through your evening ride home as well. But more storms could impact us by late tomorrow evening. I want to show you that on Futurecast. We'll pick things up 6:30 in the morning. We've got mostly sunny skies and temperatures near 60. Much of the day looks nice, full sunshine right on through your lunch hour, but more clouds coming in by tomorrow evening. And then a chance for late day and then those evening showers and thunderstorms. I think the main concern with what we're going to look at tomorrow, the potential for some pockets of heavy rainfall. There is a risk of severe storms that the Storm Prediction Center is still highlighting us in. You see the about southern third of the Miami Valley is in the level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe storms, 1 out of 5 marginal further to the north. But there's a lot of evidence in the data today that the worst stays to our south. We're going to be watching it very closely tomorrow to see if any of that changes, but let's hope that's still the case. Even without a severe weather threat, locally heavy rainfall is possible over areas that just got a ton of heavy rainfall today, which may lead to more of those localized flooding issues into tomorrow. Be sure to check in with Storm Center 7 meteorologist Brittany Ritz tomorrow morning as she starts to tackle all of those issues. For now, the Storm Center 7-day forecast, late day storms tomorrow with a chance for showers on Thursday, and then cooler weather starting on Friday. That should help to limit our severe weather chances for a little while.
Yeah, hopefully so. Thank you, sir. All kinds of damage left behind, especially in Dark County. We showed this picture earlier tonight, Gabrielle. The tree, a massive one, landed on this house in Greenville. You can see that's the roof. That's part of the tree that caved in on this place. News Center 7's Kayla McDermott's going to join us live with what else she's seeing tonight.